What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna talk about 8 reasons Seth Rollins' reign as WWE Champion need to end, and this comes from WhatCulture.com. Although it hasn't been officially added to the card yet, Seth Rollins looks set to defend his WWE Championship at SummerSlam. This is bad news for Seth's reign, not least because his opponent is the indomitable John Cena. A man currently one title win from equaling Ric Flair's record of 16 World Championships. The WWE are inevitably going to grant their ultimate company man that accolade sooner or later, and now seem as good an opportunity as ever. The match will likely be bumped down the card to make room for Lesnar vs. Undertaker, a tactic the WWE have used in the past when sticking the belt back on Cena. In order to prevent the show from ending on a very mixed note, given the polarized nature of a Cena title win, they've been known to sneak his victory in a match or two before a marquee non-title main event. The possibility of former indie darling Rollins dropping the belt to external Golden Boy Cena would surely be hated by a large portion of the WWE audience, but would it actually be a bad booking decision? Seth had enjoyed a fairly lengthy reign as modern standard, one spanning the 4 key months between WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Here are 8 reasons why the WWE will actually be right to put John Cena over on August 23rd. Number 8. He been made to look too weak. Another title defense this past Monday. Another squeeze finish for Rollins. In recent years, the WWE has been plagued with the need to portray heel champion as weak wrestler, staying on top only via luck or nefarious means. With the exception of his defense against Ambrose at Money in the Bank, Seth has fallen squarely into the category, and it starts to take a toll. Rollins' perceived weakness doesn't just have an effect on his own legitimacy as WWE Champion, it also has a larger impact upon pay-per-view shows as a whole. Of the 5 pay-per-view title defenses Seth has made since winning the belt at WrestleMania 31, 4 have come via the benefit of interference or disqualification. This not to make Rollins an inconvenient top dog, but also telegraph the ending of WWE Championship matches. Fans have now come to expect a quick finish when Rollins is involved, something that greatly impacts the excitement of a show. Number 7. He can go back to having fantastic matches. Rollins' weak champion act hasn't just impacted his standing in the eye of the fans. It also limited his ability to have fantastic matches. Seth is a brilliant worker, and was long before joining the WWE. He is one of a select few to have held the Always Championship and carried this talent over into the big league, often featuring as the jaw-dropping star of the Shield various highly rated 6-man tag matches. Rollins certainly hasn't deteriorated as a performer since snatching the WWE Championship, but his biggest matches are often hamstrung by cheap endings. It's a shame to waste one of the most talented workers on the roster by forcing him to wrestle a more cowardly style. Whenever he is made to drop the title, he'll hopefully be allowed more of a chance to remind the fans why he was elevated so far in the first place. Number 6. His act is getting stale. Rollins' promo game has improved considerably since becoming WWE Champion, but those 15-minute opening segments began to drag after a while, regardless of who has the mic in their hand. The beginning of this week's Raw is a perfect example, which saw Seth and Cena engage in a war word, actually a still image of the US Champion with a cut-out mouth. When the writers are forced to use such stale humor to add a little something different to Rollins' segment, it's safe to assume that his title run is nearing the end of its lifespan. This isn't his fault necessarily. In fact, more blame could be placed upon the unimaginative booking of his reign so far, but now might be the time to give somebody else a taste of the gold. Number 5. Losing the belt will open intriguing new angles. An interesting subplot of Seth's shocking WrestleMania 31 cash-in was his alliance with the Authority, and the simmering tension between himself and Triple H. Since becoming WWE Champion, Rollins was forced to deal with accusations that he couldn't get the job done on his own. always requiring help from Cain, Noble, or Mercury to escape with the gold around his waist. This storyline was seemingly put to bed at Money in the Bank, where Triple H came out to personally congratulate Rollins on defeating Dean Ambrose with no assistance. However, when Seth does eventually lose the belt, his next feud seems ready and waiting to go. The Authority obviously aren't going to be happy at their golden boy for losing the WWE Championship and could well turn on him. A defeat of Triple H would be the perfect remedy to the natural loss of momentum that accompanies the end of a title reign. We know how highly the game rates Rollins backstage, but is he a big enough fan to actually put his prodigy over? Number 4. It would delay a storyline that needs to be delayed. The decision to end Rollins' reign wouldn't just create an intriguing new storyline, it would also further delay an angle which still isn't ready. Roman Reigns isn't provoking quite the vehement reaction he did in the build-up to WrestleMania 31, but talk of his rumored position as the heir to Cena is still sure to inspire fury with a certain section of the WWE audience. Until his character develops further, perhaps by turning heel further down the line, an option which famously did wonder for The Rock, Roman needs to be kept away from the WWE Championship scene. The ultimate ending of the Shield storyline is commonly thought to be a huge super threat match between the three former members, one which would presumably see Reigns finally gain revenge on Rollins for screwing him at WrestleMania 31 and breaking up the stable in the first place. This match isn't ready to occur yet, especially if it results in a victory for Roman. Should Rollins step away from the WWE Championship for a while, the primary reason to have Reigns buzzing around the title will have disappeared. It's for his own good. Number 3. Cena can equal Flair's record. An equally decisive point, but one which seems increasingly likely of occurring should Cena accept Rollins' challenge for a match at SummerSlam. Let's face it, the WWE are definitely going to have Cena equal Ric Flair's record of 16 World Championships. He's the most successful, enduringly popular star of a generation, and will likely be remembered as one of the few superstars to even particularly break into the mainstream. A select group including Hogan and The Rock. This is sure to happen sooner or later, with Cena precariously positioned at 15 reigns so far, and SummerSlam is the perfect time to do this. Rather than have John win closer to WrestleMania, potentially shoving newer, fresher superstars down the card as he did at Mania 29. It would make sense instead for him to defeat Rollins in 2 weeks' time. The next step is a mystery, but having Cena win the belt so early leaves enough time for him to either pass it on before Mania weekend or at least for a new challenger to be established. Number 2. Other superstars need the belt more. Cena aside, there are a slew of other stars in the same position as Rollins used to be. Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and Dean Ambrose are just 3 examples of superstars who, despite enjoying wide popularity and raucous live reaction, have so far been overlooked with regard to the WWE Championship. There's an argument to suggest that these guys simply aren't ready to take on the huge mantle of the company's iconic top titles. But by that logic, Rollins would never have been given a shot either. Sure, he was Mr. Money in the Bank at the time, but remained a far cry from the legitimate main eventer he become in the few months since. The WWE has faced intense criticism over the years for their concerted attitude toward elevating new stars. Now would be the perfect time to break the mold and allow a shocking contender to win the gold, rather than one of the usual suspects, Cena, Orton, Sheamus, and so on. And number 1, he can come back stronger. Rollins' title reign is likely to be looked back upon as mixed. It benefited from an explosive start at Mania 31, which will surely go down in history as one of the great WrestleMania moments and feature a handful of good matches, including a surprisingly brutal Money in the Bank main event against Dean Ambrose. On the other hand, as mentioned earlier in this article, Rollins has incredible. Rollins has fallen into the same old trap of many recent heel champions. He's been booked to look incredibly lucky, weak, and in constant need of assistance. The longer his first reign dragged out, the worse it could seem. It could be best for the WWE to cut their losses and end his run with the goal now, giving him a chance to move slightly down the card and continue to develop his character. Whenever his second time comes around, Rollins will be infinitely better prepared, and hopefully the booking team will be able to learn from their mistake too. Seth is still only 29 and more than capable of having a long, fruitful career in the WWE beyond this point. Ending his first championship reign in the first few weeks wouldn't be a disaster by any stretch of the imagination, but a necessary step to ensure his success can continue in the future. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.